Okay, so this is the summary of the stats together with the results of the experiments that we made. I am just here to give you all of these numbers that you might need someday as a reference or a guide in helping you to decide for the build that you want. You can take a screenshot of this for your future reference if you want. But anyway, it's still up to you. It's up to you now on how are you going to use these numbers, or it's up to you on what will be your conclusion with these results. I am sharing another random experiments I made for my journey as a hunter. But a quick disclaimer guys, before anything else, I'm always saying this in my video, this is not a pro build. I'm not a pro player. These are all trial and error build, but I'm sure somehow you're going to learn something here. The first build is the simple attack speed build that we used to have, the super fast auto normal attacks build. So that's the first build. And the second build is we're going to use talisman and accessories that will pump our haste. Yeah, we are going to pump our haste. That's why in this build, the second build, we are turning our hunter to a semi-skill type build. This build will be more on less normal attacks and more on spamming the skills of our hunter. Okay, let's start with the first one. I have the same equips before, but I just upgraded them. You can see here that my weapon is already level 80, others are 20 and 19. But anyway, guys, with these equips, the stats that we got is this. P.Atk, if we're going to check our P.Atk, it's 3,300, and then our attack speed is 2,000, and our final attack speed, that's 400%, more than 400%. And also we need to include this stats, this haste, which is 277, because we are going to use a lot of skills in this build. So this one will affect our DPS too. But anyway, the skills that we're going to use are all level 10. So double strafe, charge arrow, and then the focus shot, and then improved concentration, all are level 10. Okay, so we are going to use level 10, and then I'm going to use the elemental arrow, guys, because yeah, we are going to use this to activate the elemental skill damage. Yeah, 10, that's 10%, right? So that we're going to use that. Okay, so let's try. Okay, this is the buff, and then let's try to, yeah, let's try our DPS and wait for 1 minute. Okay, 57, 58, 59, and there you go. So our record for this kind of build is this. So damage per minute, this is 125,000. Damage per second, that's 20,000, 20,900. Okay. Okay, so but anyway guys, let's try again, but this time I will try to remove the 2 skills that we have so that we can maximize our attack speed, meaning the casting of the skills will not interrupt our normal attacks. Let's try this one. Let's keep the only one, the one that boosts our damage. Okay, so buff, and then let's do this. Yeah, we are going to use only 1 skill, and there you go. Okay, there you go. So our record for this kind of build is this. So these are the results. So damage per minute, that's 127,000. That's higher, am I right? And then 20,900, 20.9 per second. And actually it's almost the same, or yeah, almost the same. So anyway guys, why do you think the result is the same? You can comment down below. I'm sure your thoughts will help our community, but for me, this is just for me. Maybe the casting of the skills, the animation of the skills are taking a lot of time, right? But anyway, let's try the second build. in this build, guys, I have the same equips before, except to this accessories, to this talisman. Yeah, so I'm using now the Haste talisman, and also I'm using the Haste accessories. So it's the same with the first one except to these three. There they go. Okay, so here are my stats. Our P.Atk right now is 3,200. It's 3,200. Our attack speed is now lower, it's 800. Our final attack speed, that's 270%. And then our haste is already 1,210. So we boosted our haste a lot, so that's good. and the skills, guys, the skills that we are going to use are all level 10. So if you're going to check it here, all of these are level 10. Double strafe, charge arrow, the focus shot again, elemental arrow. So the same thing again, we're going to use elemental arrows again to activate this 10%. But anyway, let's try this one and let's see what will be the result of the haste build. Okay, there you go. Okay, so here you can see that the numbers are not that many. And all right, there you go. Okay, so our record for this kind of build, the total damage that we have is 92,000, and then our damage per second, that's only 15,000, right? Not that high, so the damage is lower. But anyway, guys, you need to consider too that this pure haste build that we have is not really maximized because I'm using longbow and my cards are attack speed cards instead of haste or any damage bonus cards. So you need to, those are the things that you need to consider too in this experiment, so it's somehow unfair. Okay, last one, guys. I will try to adjust the skills of our second build. Let me buy the reset skill rod. And oh, my crystals, I have no more crystals, but that's fine. Okay, here you go. So this is now the second build, second build, because we modified it again. And our haste is of course 1,200. For this one, we can use level 10 because we already removed the cooldown. We only have the fixed cooldown, yeah, there. So we only have the fixed cooldown here. And then for this one, we can also use the level 10 because we already removed the cooldown, just like the first one. And then for this one, we need to adjust this. Yeah, we need to adjust this to, yeah, we need to adjust this to level 4. Okay, level 4. So that's the maximum level that we can use in order to spam this skill. And then we're going to add blitz too. Yeah, so let's maximize all the skills that we have. So let me reset this one first, and let's put the skills. Okay, so DS level 10, charge arrow, this one should be level 10 too. Elemental arrow, it should be level 10. O's arrow should be maximized too. And then okay, the focus shot, we should not forget this one, but it should be only level 4. And then improve concentration, this one should be level 10. And then we can add arrow shower, right? Now we can add arrow shower. And then Yeah, but let's see how many levels we can use for arrow shower. Okay, so let's try to put one by one. And okay, so the maximum level I think is level 6. Level 6 is good, so that we can use this to spam. And then we're going to add blitz too. Okay, so here guys, while creating this kind of build, I want you to realize that the higher our haste is, the more we can use and spam the higher level of our skills. So I think that's one thing that you can learn too. But anyway, in blitz, look at that, we can use the highest level. Well, that's good, right? So 1200 haste is enough to use all of the skills of a hunter. Okay, so with 1200 haste, yeah, we can spam almost all of the skills here. Okay, let's put it here, and then let's start this one. All right, buffs, let's do the buffs first. And okay, let's start this one. 52, 53, 54, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and okay, there you go. Okay, wow, I think we have a good result here. So our total damage is 126k, damage per second is 21. I think arrow shower contributes a lot of damage. Okay, so this is the summary of the stats together with the results of the experiments that we made. I am just here to give you all of these numbers that you might need someday as a reference or a guide in helping you to decide for the build that you want. You can take a screenshot of this for your future reference if you want. But anyway, last one guys, don't forget that the current build we have for the second build is still incomplete, because I'm not yet using the short bow in this experiment, the right type of bow for skill type for haste build. That's why we can consider this a little bit unfair to the first build. So maybe right now we can just add another extra plus damage to the second build, right? But anyway, it's still up to you. It's up to you now on how are you going to use these numbers, or it's up to you on what will be your conclusion with these results. But one thing I realize right now is pure haste skill build will be really good, like super good, if you are attacking a group of monsters, like AoE skills. And then attack speed build will be good if you're attacking only a single target. That's what I realized. Okay, so before we end this video, if you are really serious in making pure skill type build, like you want more on spamming your skills rather than doing auto normal attacks, what I realized here in our experiment, this is just my opinion, you can take it or leave it, but anyway, this is my opinion, is the first thing you need to do is you need to have the right type of bow, which is the short bow. So you need to have a short bow. Actually, I want to try the short bow, but the problem is I will not be able to transfer the upgrades of my longbow to my short bow, and also my shadow weapon is already longbow. That's why I just stick to this one. But if ever you will be really serious for doing the pure skill build, use short bow. Start with the right weapon, and then after that try to check first your haste, if your haste is already around 1200, because 1200 based on our experiment we made here, it is enough to use most of the skills of our hunter with its maximum level. But anyway, if you're not able to achieve 1200 haste with your short bow, then that's the time you can use the haste talisman. and I believe you will be able to reach that 1200 haste already. And once you reach that 1200, then you can now use the different accessories instead of using haste, just like what I did. I use haste. You don't need to do it anymore. So instead of using haste, you can use anything that will boost the damage of your skills, like P.Atk or penetration. And for cards, instead of another haste cards, again, add damage or penetration. So yeah, that's it. So that's the build, but in the end, it's still up to you. It's up to you on how are you going to balance your stats. I think that's the end of our content, and thank you very much for supporting this channel, guys. I really appreciate your comment a lot, especially to those who are sharing their thoughts, their experiences after watching the random experiments we are doing. Like in my previous video, many are sharing their experience, their thought, like this comment. So shout out to all of these people. I'm going to display all of your comments. We really appreciate you guys. We really appreciate your comments. You guys are really helping our small community here in ROX. Okay, thank you guys, and happy gaming to all of you.